the channel. So we're talking about Victor Wembanyama and how I believe he is a true defensive force, and he will be for a very long time, for as long as he plays in the NBA, which will be for a while. Victor is only 20 years old. So of course we know last season the media unfortunately voted for Rudy to win his fourth Defensive Player of the Year award. To me, that was just a straight up robbery. Wemby is clearly a better defensive player. When you look at Rudy, he really struggles guarding players on the perimeter. And every time you see that's why I say it's so important to watch the games, because every time when you see a perimeter player, especially one of the best perimeter players in the NBA, when they're being guarded by Rudy, you can see their eyes like lit up with happiness, like, yes, I have Rudy Gobert guarding me. And then all of a sudden they get this confidence. They start performing a bunch of dribble moves, crossover moves, and then they will get like a good look over Rudy and, try to shoot over him, or they can just simply blow by him all the way to the rim for a layup or a dunk. And of course, this is not to bash Rudy Gobert, but because he is a really good interior rim protector, defender. But for me, when you really look at the games, that's really all that he does on the defensive level. He's not even better than Wemby as a interior defender. And we can just take a look at what Wemby did last season, his rookie year. Of course, this is his sophomore season. Last year, Victor Wemby led the league in blocks. He had the most total blocks. He had 254 blocks that season. And he averaged 3.6 blocks per game. And look at Chet Holmgren. They're pretty identical players if you really look at those two. They're same frame, same playing style, but on a defensive level, Victor is definitely over him. I feel like he reads the ball better and times it better when it comes to getting blocks. Just look how far behind he was behind Wemby, and he had 190. And of course, Wemby, you see, he had 254 last season. And within these 9 games so far, Wemby, of course, has 33 blocks within 9 games. He's averaging 3.7 blocks, pretty much 4 blocks a game, which is insane. Right now, he leads the league in blocks. Of course, 3.7 blocks a game. And yeah, Victor's a defensive juggernaut, man. Look at Walker behind him. Just far behind him at second place. I feel like when you look at Wemby, he's really, to me, he reminds me of a creative player on 2K. I know a lot of people say that. It's kind of cliche, but literally, like, if you're going on 2K, you're going to make, like, a really tall player that could, of course, he has great length. He's going to block shots. He's going to get rebounds. And then what Wemby does on the offensive end, he's a really good shooter. I really do think he should stop taking so much threes because when you look at the this season so far, he's shooting 21% from 3-point land, which is not good. Of course, if you know basketball, a good 3-point percentage is anywhere from the high 30% to like the low 40 percentile. That's a good percentage to shoot from 3. And you can see the last game that he played against the Blazers, 2 for 6. The game before that against Houston, 1 for 6. Yeah, he's shooting a lot of threes, but it's not going in. I feel like what he does for defense is, of course, he takes advantage of his great, blessed size. His 7'3", 7'4" frame. He takes advantage of that, and he uses that to the best of his ability. And I think he should do that on the offensive end as well. Some people might call me old school, but I think he should try to develop a back-to-basket post game. Get on the block. Of course, Wemby's not like a Shaq, or he's not like a like a Jokic. He's not like a bigger guy. Like, he's tall, but he's not like a bigger muscular dude. But if you're 7 foot plus, you can definitely play with your back to the basket and just do hook shots on people all game long, and it's gonna be money. If you see, he's averaging 41% from the field, which is not good for a center. Centers should at least be shooting 50% from the field. But if we take a look at his career so far, as of today, Wemby has played a total of 80 NBA games, and he has a total of 287 blocks within 80 games so far in his career. Like I said, you can't really teach size. Like, he really is taking advantage of his size. 80 games so far, 287 blocks total. It's astonishing. He hasn't even played 100 games yet. I would definitely say he's definitely a true defensive juggernaut. I guess that game on Monday against the Clippers, he had nine blocks. As we can see, we can take a look at the highlights, just a couple clips right here. See, Zubac gets the ball on the block, backing him down. Thought he had him sealed. He arced it up there too, but Wemby, that length, he's gonna get it. Kevin Porter, look at that block, great contest. Great. Look at the way he just stays in front of guards and perimeter players. You see, if that was Rudy Gobert, that's Kevin Porter probably would have got it. Cross him up a little bit and get a good look, or just drive by him. That's what I'm saying. Wemby is not getting cooked on the perimeter. That's what I'm saying. He's just it's just really unfair. Of course, Wemby is one of the best players in the league. Unfortunately, Spurs currently are 12th seed, and I personally don't think it's going to get better for them. I feel like these first 2 to 3 seasons for Wemby might just be him having really great numbers. Hopefully, they can probably try to get some better pieces before the trade deadline. But even then, I still think it's too early to see Wemby in the playoffs, because he might not just have that roster around him. Of course, Wemby, he's already one of the best players in the NBA. A lot of people look at him as the face of the NBA within the next few seasons, as he's going to be one of the main faces, especially once Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Steph Curry all retire. But yeah, he's a great player. We can take a look at this clip. Boom. Jalen Green tried to get that poster, but unfortunately, it's the wrong guy. You can't do that on Wemby. And Jalen Green be banging on dudes. He be dunking on people, but nah, not on Wemby. Definitely not on Wemby. And Wemby, he's also, he's just out there, Euro stepping on folks. Just similar to Spurs legend Manu. And it just looks so unstoppable because he's just so tall. And it's kind of unguardable when you think about it, because just his length. It's just, no one can just guard that at all. But again, great defensive player. To me, in my opinion, by far the best defensive player in the NBA. Tell me what you guys think about Wemby's play style. How do you feel about his career so far? And do you also agree that he's the best defensive player in the NBA?